Good morning, my friends. Welcome to our first of 3 live broadcasts. And for those of you that are in network marketing, we're here to help you master a simple process that will have you talking to literally perfect prospects on a daily basis and closing sales. And frankly, the process is so simple that just about anybody can do it. Now, last night we finished up with our boot camp for the formal classes for our August boot camp, and we'll be working with the folks in boot camp for the rest of the month. How to close more sales in less than an hour a day. It's a 4-step process. You create a page. Once your page is up on Facebook and LinkedIn, it's a 3-step process. Connect with people, communicate with them, and in the course of communicating, qualify them, discover who needs what you have, and continue to talk to the people that need what you have. Now, we're going to be sharing with all of you proven sales techniques that really work. All right? Now, there's a lot of misinformation out there that's being taught that frankly sends you down the wrong road. And whether you like it or not, if you're in network marketing to be successful, you're in sales. But there's an easy way to sell. As a matter of fact, once you master this process, it's actually fun. Because thanks to social networks like Facebook and LinkedIn, you know in advance who you're talking to. The biggest problem that most people have, rookie salespeople try to sell too early. You bring up your business opportunity before you know enough about the person on the other end. And so for those of you that are basically taught, and this has been going on for years, the 3-foot rule, anybody that's within 3 feet of you is a prospect for your business, so you just reach out to people and you go, hey, if I could show you a way to make $1,000 a week working part-time from home, would you be interested? No. And anybody that's teaching you to reach out to strangers and use the phrase, Bill, I just wanted you to know about this. This may or may not be for you, but would you like to know how you can make $1,000 a week working part-time from home? This may or may not be for you. And if not, it's okay. Network marketers are being taught nonsense. The notion that you got to go through 100 no's to get a yes. So just go for no. Just go for no. Every time you get a no, it's another step closer to a yes. That is baloney. You know enough about the person on the other end of a social network page to know ahead of time whether or not they could use what you have, need what you have. The problem that most people have is, okay, so we're talking to somebody that was a store manager at JCPenney. We know the store just closed. They're unemployed. They're looking for a new job. And we go, hey, nice to meet you. And this may or may not be for you. But a lot of people are jumping into network marketing because you could make more money working in my company than you could make when you were working at the store. And this may or may not be for you. Forget, it's nonsense. It's baloney. Rookie salespeople try to sell too early. Network marketers are taught to push their business on people. Some will, some won't. So what next? Baloney. Baloney. Instead of going through 100 no's to get a yes, how about going for yes? How about going for yes? This may or may not be for you. Baloney. First, find out what people need. Find out what people need. It's conversation. And in the course of finding out what people need, you're going to know enough about the person you're talking to. In many cases, you can get that information from their profile. Professional salespeople start with asking questions. And I've got scripts that will knock your socks off, that will turn you into a professional salesperson right from the get-go. You manage, you control conversations with anybody by asking questions. Don't waste time on people who aren't suitable. Now I'm going to jump into some accounts today, and we're going to demonstrate this process. Once you know what they want, then you can start selling. And along the way, if at any time you discover, I don't think this person's a candidate for my business, stop talking to them and start talking to somebody else. You can be closing sales in less than an hour a day because you know in advance these people have a high probability they'd be interested in your business. Why? Because you could read their profile. You could look at their posts. Now, whether you want to get a customer or a business builder, that's up to you. It's up to you. I'll tell you right now, your business will grow faster if you bring somebody into the business that wants to build a business. But always keep this in the back of your mind. Customer has to like your products, get passionate about your products so they will continue to buy them. A business builder is anxious to run around and tell all kinds of people about your business, but they have got to be passionate about your products too. If they're not passionate, they're not going to stay in your business. You are learning the Socratic method of selling. It's a method of teaching or discussion going all the way back to ancient Greece. It was used by Socrates, in which you ask a series of easily answered questions to your prospect that inevitably lead them to the logical conclusion they need what you're selling. So, we respect your prospect, but at the same time, you respect your time. Help your prospect think. And if your prospect doesn't think, if the conversation isn't going the way you want it to go, talk to someone else. Help your prospect make the logical decision that they need what you have. Period. End of story. And above all, follow the scripts. Okay? So we are going to jump out of this. And we are going to jump online and let's see whose account we can look at. Jump in, see who they're talking to, and I'm going to show you flat out how simple this process can be. All right. So, let's see. We've got all right. So I got a message here. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Let me pull this up so you all can see it. I can't chat, I'm at work, but a lady said she wasn't interested in network marketing. I sent her one of your long scripts about network marketing. Now she wants to know how much it is. Now, let me give you a clue. All right? Anybody that wants to know how much it is before they know what it is wasting your time. Okay? Cost is irrelevant. So when you're talking to somebody, how much does it cost? And they want to know what does it cost before you talk to them about the business. Talk to somebody else. Okay? Talk to somebody else. All right, so let's take a look at, we can always get a good, we're going to pop over here. We're going to jump out of Alan's account, who's in Australia. We just finished up a coaching session with Alan. And we're going to come over here and we're going to start with Vivian. And Vivian is talking to Joanne. And okay, so who is Joanne? All right, so Joanne is active now. So there's no deadline date. So you asking her, do you have any, like, when the store is closing, I want to make sure I can get there to take advantage of last minute discounts. Perhaps I can even say hello. No deadline. Just who gave you my info? Who gave you my info? Newsflash. I found you on LinkedIn. Okay, so let's see who you're talking to. National Sales Manager. Works for Lord and Taylor. She's looking for a job. 18 years of executive level sales, management experience. She's working for Lord and Taylor, and the store is going to close. Okay? The store is going to close. 6.5 years working for Lord and Taylor. Before that, she worked for a publishing company. This woman has all kinds of sales management background. Okay, so you reached out to her, started the conversation at the beginning of the month. I just drove by the Lord and Taylor and I see the store's closing. How is that affecting you? I'll be out of work. When will the store be closing? Right now, she's not the most talkative person in the world. Depends on how much merchant. Just curious, who gave you my information? Okay, so what you want to do, first and foremost, okay, is 90-day, where is it, boot camp. How to catch a corporate whale. Follow the scripts. You want to talk to high-level people in any kind of an industry. These people are easy to find, easy to connect with. All of these people are whales. They have large circles of influence. There are whales in some professions that are better suited to become successful in network marketing than others. And so the bottom line here, asking the right questions is the secret to closing more sales. Okay? So you want to find out from her what prompted her to get into her profession. What did she enjoy most about her job? And what other positions would you consider in your next job? As far as the question, how did you who gave you my information. I found your profile on, okay, now she did 1 minute ago, all right? We're going to come over here to the GIF. Good morning. Hit it with that. And we're going to say, I found your profile here on LinkedIn. I've been using it for years. In my business. Okay, so we could ask the first question right here. You have an impressive resume. History in sales, working for some companies. What prompted you now, before we send that, let's look at her profile. She got her name right. Let's go over here to contact information. You got her email, doesn't have her birthday set up. But that's enough. We'll send it over. Okay, that's it. Boom. Now, the bottom line is, it's after 9 o'clock. She's in management. She was just on here. Maybe she was looking for things. You can't expect her to write back to you at this point. Okay? At some point in time, she will. And you'll continue with the process. Okay? So I'm going to log out of your account. And we're going to open up somebody else's account. All right, because at the end of the day, you have unlimited access to an unlimited amount of people. So we want to, as quickly as possible, identify who the people are that we want to talk to and distinguish them from the people that we don't. Period. End of story. All right? So let's look at Patty. Come over here to our message area. And you are talking to Alexis. Okay, so you're talking to Alexis. So she's an online personal trainer. We come down here a little bit. Now, personal trainers, they're now giving their classes online. The fitness industry is broken, let's face it. Okay? So she's putting herself out here. And if we look, okay, so she started working for LA Fitness. Now she's an area manager. Been doing it for she's been in fitness for 10 years, folks. Patty, 10 years. So what that should tell you right off the bat is this woman knows all about network marketing. Okay? She knows all about it. Somebody has talked to her about network marketing. And most personal trainers have learned that aligning themselves with a company that has products that they can be passionate about generates an additional income stream. Okay? And most network marketing companies are attractive to personal trainers, but there's another issue, okay? And that issue is when they got into the business, how successful were they? Okay? How successful were they? What is their experience with network marketing? You know they've got some. Okay, so let's come back over here. You reached out to her. How are you being affected? I've pivoted. Now, remember what we said. The answers to your questions create new questions. It has its upside down, but I have pivoted really well. Okay? How have you pivoted? What are you doing to handle this? Asking people questions about what they do. They get, okay? What made you want to be a personal trainer? Okay. All right. So what you want to ask her, which frankly you could have asked up here, is what are you doing? How have you pivoted? What are you doing? You know, so many personal trainers are stuck. What are you doing? What are you doing to pivot so that you've clearly made the transition? How is that working for you? Find out about that first, and then, I mean, let's face it, we could have gone up here right at the beginning and we could say, hey, Alexis, most of the personal trainers that I'm meeting on LinkedIn are struggling financially. Now, this may or may not be for you, but I can show you how you can make an extra $100, $200, $500 a day in business with me. Don't ever say that. That's baloney. And one of the reasons that network marketers have a bad reputation on LinkedIn is because so many people are teaching that garbage. And if you're using it, here's a clue. If you haven't figured it out already, it doesn't work. Doesn't work. But you're not going to be the first person in your company that's going to approach somebody like Alexis with that nonsense to the point where they get, oh, what company are you? No, thank you. No. Focus on the other person. Learn about the other person. They give you all the information you need to know whether we want to continue to talk to her. So where are you going to go with this? Okay? Find out what she's doing. How has she pivoted? How is that going? And now something else you know. 18 years. Most of the personal trainers that I've met that have been in that business for 18 years have been involved at one time or another with a network marketing company that had products that they would recommend to their clients to generate an extra income stream. You know, I'm just curious, what companies have you worked with? What is your experience? You're not trying to sell. You're trying to determine if there's an opportunity to sell. Okay? That's the way it works effectively. Do it any other way, and you are just setting yourself up for failure. Don't ever, ever, ever use, this may or may not be for you. The only people you're going to talk to are people you know it's for you. You know it's for them. And let me pop back over here. In the chat, in the flip book, Social Networking Chatting Strategies, you come down to I think it's on a page 156. Yeah, well, I didn't want to do that. Okay. Page 156 or 46. We've got examples of how you could turn a conversation where somebody says, whoops. I've been approached by many people. Everything from CBD to Prime America. What do you offer? I'm not opposed to hearing about it. Maybe it's something I'd enjoy. How to turn a conversation like that by showing people why they need what you have. But the one that I'm really making a point with is Zyla and Hafetz, because she does everything perfectly. Everything perfectly. And then he comes back at the end and he says, this is not for me. Really? You've been a personal trainer for 2 years. You're not working with a network marketing. This is not for you. And so we wrote back to him, and the message that we wrote here, showing him it is for him, resulted in him signing up in her business. Okay? You have to show the person on the other end why they need what you have. But before you do, you've got to know what their network marketing experience is, how they feel about it. Let's pop out of here. Let's see. I'm looking. There's some names I don't recognize. Dun, 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 dun. Brent, is this you? Is that you? I freak people out sometimes. I bring up their page and I unmuted you if you can talk. Well, he may not even be sitting in front of the screen. So I'll just leave it open and let's look at some other. Okay, that is you. All right. Okay, so let's kind of take a look at your. All right, well, clearly, Brent, there's some settings here that you could adjust to make yourself visible. What are you trying to market and sell? Are you an affiliate marketer? Are you a network marketer? Now, keep in mind that you do not have to put anything on your page about your network marketing business, okay? Okay, insurance products to financial institutions. Okay, what kind of financial institutions? Community banks and credit unions, okay? Now, how has LinkedIn been working out for you? You just started. Okay. Brent, you're sitting on a gold mine. Sitting on a gold mine. Now, this is not related to network marketing, but you can come up here, okay? And you can do now, I've been working with network marketers for years. Over the last 3 or 4 years, I've branched out to help folks in insurance and other related industries. And so banks, credit unions, you can come up here and you can do a search. Credit union. So there are roughly 650,000 folks connected to credit unions, okay? You think maybe out of these 650,000, and look, you got the ones that are coming up first are presidents of credit unions. They're presidents. Okay? And what about community banks? Bada bing, bada boom. 1.6 million officers at community banks. Tell you what. Let me. If you pop your phone number in there, I can give you a call in a little bit, and I can give you some advice on how to do this. Because you're sitting on a gold mine. But there is a way to do this. One of my coaching students that I work with 2 years ago, his first month, I think he enrolled 18 people in his network marketing business. He came back last year, and he was in the insurance field. And in November, December last year, I helped him sign up 100 agents. So it's all about language and who you're talking to. I can reach out to you probably after 11 o'clock East Coast time. I'll be calling you from area code 561, so you recognize the call. Okay, so let's get back. We did a couple of ladies, so let's do some men. All right, so Antoinette has a comment. Let's pop out of. Let's go over here to Antoinette. Whoops. And you're talking to Phoebe. Remember, there's going to be a record, so Phoebe is still looking. She's a regional trainer. All these people are looking for work. She worked for this company for what, 5.5 years. Before that, she was a store manager, general manager, flight attendant, store manager. What you're looking for, led a team. You're looking for people that like to train new associates. Regional Trainer of the Year. These are the kinds of people that you want to be talking to. So you reached out to her at the end of July. Why are you looking to change jobs? I was laid off. Yesterday was my last day. But I have something lined up. Okay? So when was this? This was at the end of July. Well, we're 2 weeks into August. So you reached out to her. And so notice that according to her resume, she's still working. Okay? She's still working. But she says, I'm looking for work. So you asked her the right question. Why are you looking to change jobs? I was laid off. I have something lined up. Okay, now, this is a wonderful piece, but honestly, it wasn't appropriate. I hope I have something lined up. Okay, the question would be, what have you got lined up? Good for you. You saw it coming. What have you got lined up? This is certainly appropriate, but what do you got lined up? Okay. So, the question that's hanging out there like an 800-pound gorilla in the room is, what does she have lined up? She told you, I got something lined up. As long as she thinks she's got something lined up, what is that? She's got her problem So I'm supposed to speak with the COO. I can't imagine how you're feeling right now that you've been laid off. Well, guess what? She saw it coming, and she's got something lined up. What do you have lined up? What were some of the most gratifying and enjoyable parts of working? Okay? So she's a communicator. She likes talking to you. Okay? Okay, now she's looking. Okay? All right, so let me ask you all. What's the question? What's the question? Type it in the chat window. What's the question? Now we know, okay, we know we've got these questions here. Okay, we know we've got these questions here. But what's the question? Okay? Well, she doesn't. You're on the right track. Not what do you have lined up. Okay, what kind of job are you, Sunday? Perfect. What were you looking to do with this company? She's still looking. So, what kind of jobs? What kind of job was that? Okay, what kind of job was that? And then, of course, you have the start of the scripts right here. Now, let me fast forward, okay? The secret to closing more sales is to show your prospect why they need what you have. Is Todd still here? Let me unmute Todd.
I'm here, Max.
Hey, Todd. I got to tell you something. I mean, everybody. I'm sure you've been getting a lot of friend requests from folks that, you know, what did he say? You know, what did he say? How is he doing this? 3 in a row. 3 in a row. And you know, I tell everybody the same thing. He's following the scripts. Well, I'll let you tell him.
Okay. Well, I'll tell you what, I've got 3 really, really good appointments for today, 6 for the week. Basically, meeting you 3 years ago through YouTube. Took one of your courses. Unfortunately, embarrassed to admit it, I only kind of dabbled with what you taught me. Fast forward 3 years, everybody's staying home for this coronavirus thing, but the checks that were arriving in the mailbox didn't stop as a result of, you know, people still using the shopping club. So looked you back up, got fired up, and you know, just really started getting into it. I send out my connection requests every day. I'm connecting with. I actually had to kind of slow down on the connection requests because I just don't have time, you know, to sit with all the conversations that I'm having every day. And, you know, it's like, I mean, so I'm still connecting with 20 solid every day.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And
But you're right. Following the scripts, it's like, running, it's like, running through things step by step. That's the key.
well, congratulations. And if anybody's looking for something to do and a sponsor, you might want to reach out to Todd because because Todd's got it nailed. If you like what he's marketing, you like what he's selling. The bottom line is, timing wise, it's gotten better. More and more people are on LinkedIn. Everybody's mobile, and everything is right there. The same way Clyde, in one day, enrolls 5 people. You talk to the people that react and respond to what you're doing. Period. That's all you have to do is have conversations. And 55 people responded. He talked to all 5 of them, 55, to a certain extent. He didn't finish with all of them because some of them dropped off when it was clear they weren't candidates for his business. He kept going with the people that were, and at the end of the day, he signed up 5 people. He says, I wish somebody would have showed me this 2 years ago. I'd be a corporate director today. Carol, in a 6-day period of time, gave 10 presentations and enrolled 8 of them. This is what we're talking about. You have enough information at the beginning to know whether the person on the other end is really a candidate for your business. You keep going with the ones that are. You stop as soon as you figure out they're not. We're not trying to push your business opportunity on people. We're trying to identify the ones who would be interested, and bada bing, bada boom, you keep going and you're going to get results like this. None of this may or may not be for you, but I want you to know about it. I don't want to get off the internet until I at least show this to you. Baloney. The people that are teaching you that nonsense don't understand the power of social networks. They don't understand it. And once you get it, once you understand it, you are on your way to having unlimited success. Best month she had in 15 years in the business. Joanne, first month, doubled her income. Second month, tripled her income. I don't show you these to impress you. I show these to you to impress upon you what you can be doing. And if you're building a team, you're building an organization, everybody that you bring into your business can be doing the same thing. All right, now I'm going to be back at 4 o'clock this afternoon. We'll do another one of these sessions. And so, let's see. Do you help with branding social media pages? I guess you could say that. That's one thing. That's one part of what we do. Setting yourself up on a social network. How would I find you on LinkedIn? How would I find you? Let me unmute you. Putting yourself out on LinkedIn or Facebook, that's part of it. Okay, so let's see if we can find you. Okay, which one are you? Whoops. Which one are you?
None of those.
Okay. So where are you located?
Okay, let me, over here, the wellness company.
I understand
The
that.
second one.
Okay.
The second.
So you're this one here, the wellness company?
Yes.
Okay. So, are you aware that you don't have a picture showing?
Yes, I need to put one up.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so you're with Melaleuca, and what did you do before you got into Melaleuca?
I was just cashier, customer service, and I did private duty.
Okay.
I
Well,
took care.
well, clearly, what you need to do is it's a four-step process. First, you got to create your page. You got to take Melaleuca off your page. This becomes your resume. And what I'm going to suggest is, have you jumped into one of my boot camps?
Yeah, I've been on here for the last couple of times. I signed up for the 279 program,
Okay.
and I think I'm gonna re-sign back up for the September boot camp.
Good idea. But what you have to do, Lynette, is you have to put into practice some of those things. Okay. In other words, it's in other words, just go back, look at the videos, jump into boot camp. We want to take Melaleuca off. We want to get a picture up here. Jump in during the daytime if you're having a problem, and just let me know, and we'll help you. First and foremost, again, we got to take this off. This should be about you, and then you're in a position to start reaching out to people that share your experience. In the profile guide, there's step-by-step instructions on redoing your page, and just get on these sessions. Let me know earlier, okay? Hitting me up, the last 10 minutes of the session. I don't have time to get in, but I'll be happy to step you through it, answer any questions you have, and help you move in the direction, okay?
Okay, now I had Sales Navigator, but I stopped it because I didn't know what I was doing. But now that I've been on your sessions, a couple of them, I kind of understand a little bit better.
Good.
So I need to sign back up for
Yeah.
Sales Navigator.
Well, yeah, but what
Should
you
I do that
yeah.
after I finish creating my page?
Yes.
Or just
No,
go ahead and
don't
do it and
don't do it right away.
Uh,
Get your page done, get back into boot camp, and then when you go back into boot camp, when you approach, if you've signed up for Sales Navigator, now you're going to go back and you look to re-sign up. What you want to do is you want to go back and send them a message to their customer service department. Tell them, I had Sales Navigator. I'd like to try it again. Okay, I'd like to try it again, but it was too expensive. And they've given 2 months of free service to people. So see if you can get either 2 months free, or you can get it for half price for 2 months. Just tell them that you signed up for it, you weren't able to really use it, something came up in your family, you're considering getting back in, but it's a lot of money, and they may give it to you for 2 months just for trying it. Okay, but do that after you get your page squared away a little bit more. Okay, so as for the rest of you, I will be back tonight at 9 o'clock. We're doing a special broadcast. We're going to be sharing with everybody some of the new things that are taking place on Facebook, some of the new things that are taking place on Twitter. By the way, the new Facebook in September is going to be your only option. Okay? The old Facebook is going away. So we're going to be talking about that tonight. So until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless. For those of you that have questions, you're in boot camp. We'll be back at 4 o'clock. If there's anybody here that is interested in my coaching program, type coaching, put your phone number in the chat window. One of my staff members will be reaching out to you. Susan, come back at 4 o'clock. We'll dive into your account. And anybody that I didn't get to, come back at 4 o'clock and we'll jump into your account there. Remember this. There are literally thousands of people, tens of thousands of people waiting to talk to you. And what you have to do is you have to filter down, you have to qualify them. You only want to be talking to people that you know need what you have, and you're all on the way to becoming top earners in any business that you're in. www.maxsteingart.com/retreat combo. Register for the September boot camp, but we'll give you access to the August boot camp. You'll get our 90-day game plan for building a network marketing business, and you'll have access to the top earner retreat that we did last month. Or just go to maxsteingart.com/bootcamp and use the promo code GOBIGFAST, and you can participate in boot camp for $98. Last night's boot camp session is being worked on right now, and it should be up and available to everybody sometime tomorrow. So I will be back 4 o'clock this afternoon. Until next time, best of luck in building your business. God bless.